Colorado High School Activities Association football is on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com. This afternoon from Beat Digger Stadium in Brush, it's a Class 2A state quarterfinal as the number 1 seed, the Bayfield Wolverines, take on the number 9 seed, the Brush Beat Diggers, along with Dave Urig. I'm John Beltran. Dave, another Saturday afternoon, another Saturday of Beat Digger playoff football. They've been in this position many times before, but we know that the obstacle today facing a number 1 seed is going to be a huge one for the Beat Diggers.
Yeah, but what a better time to meet. There's no better time to meet the number 1 seed. Right here in the quarters, they have to make the big trip over here, 10 hours from Bayfield minimum, and that's if they didn't even stop to go to the bathroom or anything along the way. And, you know, we get a chance to play them right here in Brush. They had to deal with the overnight stay like we had to last week, so this is a good time to play the number 1 team. We're at our best.
Bayfield in the opening round defeated Manitou Springs 40-0, a very short game for them. It lasted about an hour and 40-some-odd minutes. The Beat Diggers, though, had to play a little bit more football last Saturday, although they led 35-0 at halftime against Moffat County and Craig, and then won the game 48-27. Bayfield at 9-0 going in. They had one fewer regular season game. The Beat Diggers at 7-3. And the Beat Diggers looks like they have all their seniors out there. In terms of captains, Bayfield is coached by Gary Heide. The assistants are Frank Hawkins, Ed Heisey, Justin Matherson, Mike Wood, and Mike Norowski. The Beat Diggers coached by Reed Call, assisted by Dusty Quick, Aaron Quinlan, Travis Lefevre, Arturo Matos Garcia, Jeff Chassow, Kent Call, and Rick Call. The Beat Diggers are in their home maroons, and Bayfield in their road whites with the purple numerals. And they're going to be running the football quite a bit, Dave. They've got a 1,200-yard rusher in Zane Phelps and a quarterback as well in Kelton McCoy. And we looked at some of the size of this team, and there's no doubt. I mean, you look at McCoy himself. He'll be wearing number 16, and Phelps will be wearing number 14. That doesn't matter as much to the radio listeners, but you got some big guys that the Beat Diggers are going to have to defend.
Yeah, I count 6 guys in their lineup that are over, 230 pounds or over. So definitely some big boys up there, and, that's nothing new to us. We had to do that against Sterling. So, the boys haven't, it's not like they haven't had exposure to having to push some pretty big beef out of the way.
Bayfield will receive the opening kickoff, which is brought to you by Buildings by Design, the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. Also keep in mind, if you're listening live, Beat Digger replay will be at 9 o'clock tonight. And that's because we'll have the Colorado Prep Scoreboard Show from 3:30 to 5. And from 5 o'clock until the game's end in the postgame, Colorado State football against UNLV. And then Beat Digger replay again to follow. So full day of some sort of football right here on 1010. And to kick it off for the Beat Diggers will be Aaron Garcilazo. He played a huge role the last time the Beat Diggers played at home. 2 touchdowns, including a block punt and a return in an 18-13 victory. Dave, we're really not sure what to expect, only because of Bayfield's level of competition. We just know they're very good.
Well, you can't end the season undefeated like they are and not be pretty good. But keep in mind, the competition they play is Western Slope, Southern Slope. They get into New Mexico a little bit, and like you say, it's suspect.
Tad Heidinger will be back to receive along with Brody McGahee, who's their second leading rusher. And as 2A state quarterfinal on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon from Beat Digger Stadium is underway. It's a line drive, and it's headed towards Heidinger at the 6, running to his right across the 15 as the sideline to the 20. He's got a seam across the 35 with one Beat Digger to beat, and it's Gunnar Guzman who brings him down. There was actually another Beat Digger back there at about the 45-yard line of Brush, and that's going to be a return of 49 yards and a bad start for Brush.
Yeah, there was a lot of opportunities to take the guy out of bounds on that sideline, but, the Diggers didn't take very good angles over there and ended up having to chase him.
1st and 10 for Bayfield at the Beat Digger field. As I mentioned, Kelton McCoy is the quarterback, and their main man in the backfield is Zane Phelps, a 1,200-yard rusher. 6'4 quarterback, 6'3 running back out of the shotgun. Man in motion to the left. Low snap. Handoff to Phelps running off right tackle. And he's inside the 40 down to about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 9. before the hit was made along the Bayfield sideline. 2nd down and 1. Tristan Volk made the hit, but the Bee Diggers got to start playing some defense here because the special teams didn't help out.
Nope, and they're going to have to be ready to go too, because Bayfield has the plays on their wrist. They look to the sideline, they step up to the line, and then they're ready to go in a hurry.
2nd down and less than 1 from the Bee Digger 36-yard line. Man in motion to the left, pass out in the flat. It's caught underneath. It's a 1st down to the 31-yard line as Jaron Peterson makes the hit and the tackle on Tad Heidinger, a 6', 180-pound senior. Again, a gain of 5, and it's 1st down for the Wolverines in the Bee Digger territory now at the 31-yard line.
That was a real well-executed play. McCoy was able to get that shotgun snap and be able to throw the ball out there real quick, a fast release.
1st and 10 for Bayfield. Out of the shotgun, quick drop, throws to his right, wide open. 1st down at the 20 and down at about the 17 or 18-yard line. I mean, there was a lot of loose coverage there. The pass was caught by Wyatt Fryer, a 6'3", 185-pound senior. And the gain is 15 down to the 16. A 1st down as Jaron Peterson made the tackle.
Yeah, we played him really loose there. We gave him about a 10-yard cushion, and Bayfield took advantage of it.
They're showing early while they're the number 1 seed. 1st and 10 for the Bee Diggers 16-yard line. Out of the gun, perfect snap. There's the pitch to Phelps. He's got a seam to the 15. Has the sideline to the 10, inside the 10, as Jaron Peterson makes the hit at about the 8, maybe the 7-yard line. But again, another sizable gain for Bayfield as the ball will be spotted at approximately the 7. It's a gain of 9. See if that's the... Well, yeah, we'll give them about 9 yards. 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, they're just quick hitters. Boy, they step up to the line of scrimmage. They know the play, and they go quick.
2nd down and 1 for the Bee Diggers 7. Out of the gun, McCoy has a snap, hands off to Phelps, right side. He's going to be hit in the backfield for a substantial loss. The Bee Diggers came through, led by Baby, along with Tristan Volk and others, and the loss is back to outside of the 10. We'll call a loss of about 3. It's 3rd down and 4. All of a sudden, that changes things for Bayfield.
Yeah, they're going to have to think twice now about what play they want to run here. You know, it's 4-down territory for sure. But what a boost for that Digger defense confidence.
It'll be 3rd down and 4 from the Bee Digger 10-yard line. Out of the gun, play action, rolling to his right, throwing underneath. The pass is going to be incomplete. Incomplete behind the intended receiver, which was Tad Heidinger. The Bee Diggers had some pressure coming backside, Dave.
They sure did, and the coaches next door were also yelling for a hold call. As the Diggers got a lot of pressure up the middle, forced McCoy to have to roll out to the right side.
It'll be 4th down and 4 from the 10. Bayfield looks like they'll go for it. Less than 2.5 minutes into the game. This is the first initial threat. On 4th and 4 for the Digger 10. Man in motion to the right. There is the pitch right, a low pitch. Swinging it to the outside, but not getting the 1st down to about the 8-yard line is Brody McGahee. As the Bee Diggers had penetration on the outside and were able to make the play. And Jaron Peterson, who made a series of plays on this drive, was there as well.
Yeah, Peterson just came up huge in that defensive series, and every single time he was making those low tackles, shooting in and making those hits from the knees below.
Officially, Dave will call it a gain of 1, and the Bee Diggers take over. That's a huge defensive stand. It looked like Brush was in major trouble there. However, they're still in trouble with the ball only at the 9-yard line to begin their first drive of the game. And the Bee Diggers line up with trips to the right. And Clay Shaver is out of the gun. How about this? Man in motion is Baby. Shaver's going to take off with a football, looking for a block along the right side across the 10, still on his feet, and he's down at about the 14-yard line. Nice job by Shaver. Dave, we have never seen that formation, at least with Shaver taking it this season, but nonetheless, he's going to pick up close to 6 yards in a play as a hit was made by Zane Phelps, 2nd down and 4.
Well, that's the one thing Coach Call does. He'll bring a lot at you, and those coaches on the other side, they just have to pick and choose what they're gonna try to defend this week, and he brings out a new twist.
2nd down and 4 to go for the 10. Shaver again out of the gun with trips to the right. Man in motion is Peterson to the left. There's the snap. Shaver's going to take off, stutter step, and then he's down at about the line of scrimmage. Too much penetration there by the Wolverines. No gain, as the Bayfield tackler was Noah Loutherback, a 6'3", 230-pound senior. It'll be 3rd down and 4 to go for the Beat Diggers with 8:28 to go in the opening quarter.
Looked like they tried to run the same play just to the left side, but like you say, their tackle on the right side got so much penetration it forced Shaver to have to cut back up the middle. Bayfield's lined up in a 5-2. Their 2 linebackers are walked up within 3 yards of the ball.
3rd down and 4 to go for Brush at their own 15-yard line. This time, Baby is in the gun. Baby will take the football, run to his left, back to the middle. He's going to be held up after a gain of about 2 to the 17-yard line. There was a brief hole, but not much, and you have 2 officials spotting it in 2 completely different directions there. It's at the 17, a gain of 2, 4th down and 2, and the Beat Diggers will be forced to punt with 7:45 to go here in the opening quarter. This 2A state quarterfinal from Brush.
Well, the Diggers came out and just tried to force that football, and it's nice to see that they're going to try to pound it away and try to match Bayfield's run game.
Back to Puntis Garcilazo. Perfect snap, and he gets it off. That is a beautiful end over end. It's going to be fielded at the 43 by Hattinger, running to his right to the 50, and then he's taken down at the 45-yard line, a return of about 12. Still very good field position because of the kickoff return to begin the game. Bayfield is winning the battle of field position, but at least the score is at 0-0 with 7:21 to go in the first.
And the Diggers know they can tackle these big guys. You know, like you said, they're tall, 200-pounders in the backfield, and tough to bring down, but the Diggers know they can do it.
1st and 10 for Bayfield at the Beat Digger 45-yard line. I think in a game like this, Dave, you've got to win the turnover margin. You can say that in a lot of games, but especially when you're the lower seed, you need a break or 2. Man in motion to the right. There's the handoff to Phelps up the middle. Spins for a yard and then held up as the Beat Diggers drive him back. And Baby and Jaron Peterson, and getting up off the bottom of the pile as well. Making the hit was Trent Mount. It'll be 2nd down and, maybe less than a yard there. 2nd and about 9.5 to go for Bayfield.
Yeah, Diggers did a great job of coming up there and team tackling. They were still upstairs, but the beautiful thing was they were all ganging up on him and shoving him backwards, even though one of the offensive linemen for Bayfield was trying to push him forward.
We'll get to the Beat Diggers starting lineup here momentarily. A lot of the offensive players on the defensive end out of the shotgun. Back to throw is McCoy. Heaves it up the left side. Peterson is out there, but the pass is caught. 1st down inside the 5-yard line. Peterson was there, but a perfect throw down to the 2 was caught by Brian Meshek. And it's a gain of close to 42 on the play.
Well, you know, Peterson had good coverage there, but it comes down to who's taller and who's got the leaps. And, you know, they had the size advantage there, and they were able to take advantage of it.
1st and goal. The ball's at the 3-yard line. Man, that was a perfect pass. 42 yards from McCoy to Meshak at the 3. Looked like Phelps moved, and the quarterback will keep it towards the end zone, and McCoy's going to be short. He'll be down at the goal line. A gain of, oh, no, they're going to give him the touchdown. It looked like his knee was down. It's a 3-yard touchdown run by Kelton McCoy. And Bayfield is on the board as the extra point will be attempted.
Well, you know, we knew we were going to have to respect that passing game, and their quarterback's a big, tall guy, so he's able to see all over the field, coupled with the fact their center's, 6'5", 275 pounds. Yeah. So, you know, they got some meat there in the middle that's keeping us from getting a rush.
The extra point to be attempted. It is up, and didn't kick it hard, but it looked like he kicked it through, and it's good by Tad Heidinger. 6:20 to go in the opening quarter. Bayfield 7, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. That 42-yard pass from McCoy to Meshak ended up doing in the Beat Diggers a 3-yard run by Kelton McCoy. Extra point was good, and Bayfield is in the lead, 7-0. They are the number 1 seed here in the 2A state playoffs. And to kick it off will be Zane Phelps for Bayfield. Again, playing with a short field, and that happened twice in a row. The Beat Diggers could not dodge the bullet twice.
No, you can't do that against one of those top teams. You got to make them go the distance down the field. But even with that, the Diggers are going to have to do a better job with their pass defense, not allowing the quarterback to throw it over our head.
Well, and with special teams and every single area. You cannot be deficient this particular game. There's a short kick towards the sideline, and the ball's going to bounce, and it's loose along the sideline. Garcilaso is going to let it go out of bounds. That was a little bit of a break, and it stayed in bounds. That would have been anybody's ball at about the 15-yard line. It was dangerous, but luckily for Brush, it went out of bounds, and they'll have the football in good field position.
Yeah, had he touched it, we'd have been in danger of that turnover, like you said. So we did catch a pretty big break there. Now let's see if the Digger offense can just settle down and pound the football.
Well, did he touch it? Because are they placing that ball at the 20? That should be placed down the field. Yeah. Yeah, the ball should be placed at the 35-yard line, which it is. Now let's see how the Beat Diggers respond to this. They had the lead for the entire game last week against Bayfield, but they've fallen behind early. 1st and 10. Under center. Under a completely different formation with 3 in the backfield is Baby Matos Garcia. There's the snap. He drops the ball, and it's still loose, and Bayfield has it at the 34. I don't know if he never got the snap cleanly or he just came out from under center way too quickly, but Bayfield recovers. The fumble's recovered by Ryan Phelps, a sophomore. Now they're playing with another short field at the Beat Digger 34, and now they trail 1-0 in the turnover margin.
Yeah, that's just the thing you were talking about a minute ago, trying to avoid. I think you're right. I think the ball may never even have got to Matos Garcia as he pulled out of there and headed down the line like they were going to run some sort of an option maybe, but he didn't have the ball with him. It was on the ground. 1st
and 10 for Bayfield at the Beat Digger 34-yard line, already leading 7-0 out of the gun, rolling to his right. Pressure coming, and there's the pitch very late around the right side as Brandy Woodward makes the hit on the ball carrier and out of bounds towards the initial marker for Bayfield is Brody McGahee. That could have been about 10 or 12-yard loss. Instead, he got back to the 37-yard line. It's still going to be a loss, but not as substantial. It's a loss of 3 by McGahee, 2nd down and 13. That was a smart play by Kelton McCoy.
Yeah, it was for him to get that off there. The Diggers got to be smarter on defense, too, as they got to use that sideline, and they're over there trying to tackle him and bring him to the ground when they had the angle, and they would have had the ability to ride him out of bounds for even a bigger loss.
2nd down and 13 for the Beat Digger 37-yard line. 6:05 to go in the opening quarter. Bayfield 7, Brush nothing on Kelton McCoy's 3-yard run. Out of the gun is McCoy. Man in motion to the right is Zane Phelps. Quick drop, looking to throw, setting up a screen. Wide open is Phelps over the middle to the 30, and he breaks out of a tackle, and he's got close to a 1st down at the 24-yard line. And well set up play there by Bayfield. And the gain is going to be 13 yards, and it is a Bayfield 1st down.
Just a real nice job there, Bayfield, calling that screen when they knew we were coming after McCoy. We did have a big rush on him, but he's a tall guy, and as the rush had approached him, he jumped up in the air and just flicked the ball over the top.
1st and 10 for Bayfield at the Beat Digger 24-yard line. Again in the shotgun is McCoy. There's the snap, and there's the pitch left. All types of running room for Hunter Killo to the outside, but a nice play made by Jaron Peterson at the 20-yard line. Gained 4 yards, but if Peterson doesn't make the play, it could have been 13-0.
Yeah, he just did a really good job again as he fought off that stock block from their receiver and still made the tackle.
Talk about assignment football. The Beat Diggers didn't read that one too well. 2nd down and 6, but Jaron Peterson did a nice job.
Bayfield had some good fakes going on there too. A lot of the Diggers were expecting the ball to come up the middle, and McCoy was able to pull the ball out of his belly at the last minute and hand it off.
Out of the shotgun, 2nd down and 6 for the 20. McGahee in motion to the right. Has the handoff, then he slips. Excellent penetration by Aaron Garcilaso. He forced McGahee to cut, and once he tried to cut, he went down to the ground for a loss of 3. All of a sudden, we're looking at a 3rd down and about 9. This is where the Beat Diggers made the plays on the opening drive.
Yep, we got to hold that pass now. Receivers got to pay attention to where Fryer and Maychek are so that they're able to stop the pass.
3rd and 9 from the 23 of Brush. McCoy out of the gun. Play action, looking to throw. Pressure coming backside. Throws as he's hit. The pass is caught underneath by Phelps, but for very short yardage at the 21. Excellent defense by Brush as the play was made. It's only a gain of 2. It'll be 4th and 7 as Shaver makes the hit.
That was Tristan Volk that was in there climbing all over the top of McCoy as he was trying to throw the ball. Real good pressure up the middle.
4th down and 7 to go for the Beat Digger 21-yard line. All right, 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. The lone setback is Phelps out of the gun. There's the option left on right on the reverse. Then he's going to throw into the end zone, incomplete. Whoa! Intended over there for Wyatt Fryer. Heidinger got the ball in the reverse, and there's no doubt that Fryer was open, but it was overthrown, and the Beat Diggers take over on downs.
Man, that was some exciting offense, though, wasn't it? A lot of pitching the ball. It looked like a 6-man football game back there as they pitched the ball around and then threw it down the field. Bayfield's quick. They execute very well.
Dave, it's another victory for Brush, though. You committed a turnover, and now you have the ball back with 3:53 to go in the opening quarter at your own 20-yard line.
And defensively to hold them 2 out of 3 times close to the red zone.
And this is a good offense Bayfield's got, no question about it. 1st and 10, Babies under center. 3 in the backfield from the 20. There's the handoff to Shaver, the deep back, and he's going to be spun down after a gain of maybe 1 to the 21. Beat Digger starting lineup. It's been out there on offense and defense. Is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Proud to be Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush. Available 24/7 for your banking needs. We've mentioned many of those. Of course, the offensive line, Tristan Volk, Randy Woodward, Riggs Tan, Leo Libanos, Raymond Miller. 2nd down and 9 for the 21. Reed Hall, one of the tight ends in motion to the right, is B.J. Hirschfeld. Hand off to the deep back. Garcilaso tried to cut it. He slipped, and he's down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of half a yard back to the 20 as the hit was made by a couple of those Bayfield Wolverines, including a freshman, David Hawkins.
You know, they have a big defensive line. Their tackles are at 210 pounds. The other one's at about 230. And like I said, the nose guard's at 275 pounds. So they've got some meat in there that we're going to have to move around and have to figure out how we can attack it. That time they were in a split 6, not in that 5-2 like earlier.
3rd down and a long 9 for the 21-yard line. Maltos Garcia's out of the shotgun. Shaver is in motion to the right. Rolling to his right is Maltos Garcia. Screen set up to the left. The pass is caught underneath. Across the 25 to the 30. It's a 1st down for Hirschfeld along the sideline at the 50. Hirschfeld down to the 30. Hirschfeld burning to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Holy Mahungus. Touchdown on the screen pass from Baby to BJ. 79 yards. And the Beat Diggers draw to within 1. It's Bayfield 7. Rush 6.
Coach Calls had so much luck with that screen pass when they changed the direction. They roll Maltos out to the right. They let him throw it back across the field, and Hirschfeld made a big play on that same play last week.
What a play. On one play, the game is completely turned around. Of course, actually on some defensive plays as well. But they had no 1st downs prior to that. Of course, we're still in the 1st quarter, but the offense was pretty stagnant. Daniel Abatka checking in late. The extra point is going to be huge. We know it's always big in the playoffs. It's haunted the Beat Diggers in the past. Perfect snap. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. 2:18 to go. 1st quarter in the 2A state quarterfinals. It's Brush 7, Bayfield 7. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers have tied the game at 7 on a 79-yard pass. Basically a screenplay, and BJ did the rest from Baby to BJ Hirschfeld. Now the all-important kickoff. I've been saying all-important, but we know everything's important at this point. Doesn't change. Garcilaso to kick it off for Brush. Runs up to the football. And that's a kick headed way out of bounds. Wow. At about the 12-yard line, it had no chance of staying inbounds. He wanted to angle it towards the sideline. Well, compared to what happened before, that's going to be worse field position than Bayfield had on their opening 2 drives.
Right, I think that was a good move, not kicking it to their right side, because we haven't defended them when they run to our left all season long. It was good they went to the right, and, I could care less they're getting the ball in the 35, like you said. That's better than the midfield.
1st and 10 for Bayfield. And what a call there by Reed Call to get the Beat Diggers going in the right direction offensively. That was just brilliant on a 3rd down and 9. First and 10 for Bayfield at the 35, lining up on the left side of the field. There's the shotgun snap to Phelps there, and Phelps across the 40-yard line, breaking 4 tackles across the 40 to the 43. It's a gain of 13. Trout Mount makes the first down, but the Bee Diggers have to do better than that because there was no question they could have held them to about a 3 to 5 yard gain.
And they got to start with getting the guys on the field. You know, here Randy Woodward was trying to get out on the field. He wasn't even set when they snapped the ball. The boys got to be looking forward. They can't be looking sideways while they're out there.
Correction, went to the 48-yard line for the 35. Still a gain of 13. First and 10 for Bayfield. They have not punted yet, and they've had the football already 4 times here in the opening quarter. The Bee Digger defense did their job holding them on downs. Out of the gun is McCoy. There's the handoff to Phelps off left tackle, and he bowls his way inside the 40 to the brush 47. It's a gain of 5 as he was carrying defenders. Penetration by Raymond Miller and Daniel Abadka. Second down and 5 to go for the Wolverines.
That's the Bayfield. If you were at the last time they came to brush, that's what we remember from them last time, just handing the ball up the middle and having an offensive lineman push them down the field.
Second down and 5 for Bayfield at the Bee Digger 47-yard line. A minute 20 to go in the opening quarter. Out of the gun, McGahee's in motion to the right. The pitch to McGahee, swings it to the outside, cuts it back. There's a first down. There's a flag down at the 40-yard line. He's got the first down, but that one's coming back. It looked like Aaron Williams was tackled in the backfield, Dave.
Yeah, I was getting worried that they're even going to throw that flag, but they had to. He got across the line of scrimmage. He forced the Bayfield back to cut the ball up the middle, but he was tackled on the way down.
Dave, this should be more than a 10-yard penalty for the line of scrimmage because Williams had penetration there.
Right, it's going to be closer to 13, I think.
That 79-yard pass from Baby to BJ brought to you by MMI International. The first score of the game when buying a mixer feeder truck, the first Bee Digger score. Nothing compares to the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. Your operation deserves the best. MMI International 842-5161. It'll be back at the 41-yard line. So that is a penalty of about 14 yards. And for Bayfield, it's second and long. Back to throw McCoy to his right. The pass is complete underneath and spun down into Bee Digger territory at the 47-yard line. Tackled by Ben Brown was Tad Heidinger. And the gain will be 12. It'll be third down and about 5 to go for Bayfield.
They have 89 yards passing on 8 passing attempts. They've completed 6 of those.
Well, that's a nice spot there, Dave. Real nice spot. Third and closer to 4. Inside the Bee Digger 47. Out of the shotgun. McCoy has the snap, and then he pitches it left. Swinging it to the outside. A first down to the 40. Down to the 34. Another flag is down. That looks like it's coming back. That was the freshman David Hawkins. It would be a gain of 13. But there's not a lot of blocking going on the last 3 plays.
Yeah, that time Maltos Garcia, he was coming from his linebacker position or that safety position that he plays, and he was trying to fight through a double team in order to get out here and take that pitch because our defensive end was cracked back inside. But as he fought through that double team, those guys held him.
That's the second time in 3 plays that Bayfield has been called for holding. That was further down the field, though. So it'll be third down at about 10. So give him about 3 yards for Hawkins. Third down and 10 to go for Bayfield with the ball just shy of the 48-yard line.
Diggers have been in that 5-3 defense.
And that looks like it's going to be the final play of the opening quarter. They're coming up to the line of scrimmage with 3 seconds to go. And that will be it. We have played 12 minutes in the Class 2A state quarterfinals. It's Bayfield 7, Brush 7. You are listening to Brush Bee Digger football on your home of the defending state champions, 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran with Dave Urick as we begin the second quarter from Bee Digger Stadium. Brush 7, Bayfield 7. In this 2A state quarterfinal, Bayfield has got a third down and 10. Just outside their own 47-yard line. Been called for a couple of holding penalties trying to overcome that. 2 receivers split each side. Out of the gun is McCoy. 2-step drop, looks, throws deep over the middle. The pass is caught by Phelps. First down over Clay Shaver, who tried to go for the pick, but at the 39-yard line. And the gain is 14.
Yeah, again, just the they have a vertical advantage out there, but the Diggers giving them a lot of room, playing about 7 yards off the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 for Bayfield at the Beat Digger 39-yard line. After the pickup of 14 yards. Lining up on the right side of the field. Man in motion is Hawkins. And there's the pitch to Hawkins. He's got plenty of running room to the outside of the 35, along the sideline of the 25, and then runs into Trent Mount, who makes the tackle at about the 20. But the Beat Diggers had no contain there, unfortunately for them. And it's a gain of 18 and a first down for Bayfield.
They just run that pitch out there so quick, and they're able to seal off our defensive ends, but then our linebackers aren't able to get out there and make the tackle. It's a lot like having to fly up and make a tackle on a pitch man in an option, and we're just having a hard time having the speed and able to get out there and confront it.
Well, the Digger defense throughout the course of the last half of the season has done a great job of bending at times, but not breaking. 1st and 10 for the Digger 21. There's the gift to Phelps off right tackle. And he stumbles his way inside the 15 to about the 13. Baby was one of the tacklers there for Brush, but it's a gain of 8, 2nd down, and 2 to go for Bayfield. Coming up is the 7th play of the drive, just 1 minute into the 2nd quarter.
Well, Diggers are doing a good job holding Phelps so far with only 42 yards on 7 carries.
On 2nd down and 2 from the Beat Digger 13-yard line. One setback. There's the handoff to Phelps. Nope, it's going to be a pitch left to Hawkins. The Beat Digger defense pulled at the 10, the sideline to the 5. There's a flag down. He's in. Let's see if that's coming back, and it looks like it is. And Kelton McCoy, the quarterback, not very happy. But that was an incredible fake. It looked like Phelps had the football. He's being tackled there. But instead it was a pitch, but it should be the 3rd holding penalty of the drive. But Bayfield has overcome the first 2, and it will be, against Bayfield. Now, that was downfield, so I don't know if there's going to be that much yardage taken off of that particular penalty. Whoa. He's almost got a first down. Yeah, they're going to mark the football at about the 12, so yeah, let's give him 8 yards there for Hawkins.
There's a lot of trickery involved in that quick pitch. The Diggers are going to have to play assignment football and not be guessing out there. They're going to have a lot of discipline.
At the 12, 2nd and a long 2. Low snap. McCoy rolls to his left, throws towards the sideline, and it's going to be caught but out of bounds as McGahee. Nice one-handed catch. There's no way he was in. No way. Yeah, McCoy saying he was in, but he did catch it, but way out of bounds. It'll be 3rd down and about 2 to go for Bayfield. They've got to get to about the Beat Digger just outside the 10-yard line. They're just outside the 12.
You don't see a lot of high school quarterbacks running up the field challenging official spots. McCoy's got a lot of confidence.
No, he is a senior, and I think the Beat Diggers are going to call a timeout. No. Oh, there you go. It was the official had it going the wrong way. Brought to you by State Farm Insurance. When you're looking for someone to walk you through the insurance world, turn to the office of Greg Mullen and Brush, Home, Auto, Life, and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call, 842-4555. I'm John Beltran with Dave Urig. As the Beat Diggers and Bayfield Wolverines are deadlocked at 7 with 10:19 to go in the 2nd quarter. But Bayfield is driving, Dave, and we've said that more than once. The Beat Digger defense, though, has made some plays in this game because this could be a 2-touchdown lead for Bayfield if Brush didn't step up to the plate, so to speak.
Yeah, we got fortunate with them going to their bag of tricks, trying that reverse pass. But we had some coverage there, and we also had some pressure in their backfield. Right now the Diggers, I don't know if they're thinking trickery or if they're thinking they better just contain the run. Again, remember Phelps, huge back for them this year. He's only got 42 yards so far on 7 carries.
3rd down and 2 to go for Bayfield, just outside the Beat Digger 12-yard line. McCoy has lined up exclusively out of the gun. Low snap. He's going to hand it off to Phelps. First down as he's tackled at about the 10. It's right at the stick. But I thought he got enough, and Aaron Williams made the hit. I think the official's going to give him the first. It's actually just outside the 10. That's where they needed to get to. Bayfield's saying they got the first down. Oh, they're going to say it's short? Wow. All right, well, a quarterback sneak might get it done, but they haven't lined up under center. I thought he had that first down, but, he's just I can't believe they're not going to measure that. They have to measure that, don't they? Is it that obvious?
You would think, but they're confident that the lines are straight on this football field.
Yeah, now, they've got to measure that from the, we're far away, but you would think if he's short by, less than 2 inches.
Yeah, that play was designed to run left, but he saw that the Diggers had the hole plugged up, and he cut it back across the stream, and he kind of ran down the line of scrimmage rather than keeping his shoulders facing the south, and that's what gave the Diggers the chance to make that tackle.
The officials will measure. The last time the Bee Diggers played a playoff game here, the biggest play of the game was a measurement, was it not?
That's right. That's right.
When Ken Denver was stopped on about a 4th and 4, and they got right to the stick, but just a little bit short. But this was a 3rd down play, so they'll still have another play to deal with. Yeah, that's an easy first down, in fact. An easy first down. All right. Yeah, I know my vision's getting worse as I get older, but he almost got it by the length of a football. So the ball is just inside the 11. We'll call it the 11. First down and 10 for Bayfield as the clock will restart. Inside of 9.5 minutes to go, second quarter, deadlocked at 7 from Bee Digger Stadium. Out of the shotgun is McCoy, awaiting the snap, man in motion. There's the give to Phelps off right tackle. He runs over a Bee Digger, dives for the end zone, fumbled the ball. I think the Bee Diggers have it. Brush recovers the fumble. And Dave Kelton McCoy is saying that Phelps was down, and I think he was down. I think that elbow hit it about the 2, but they're calling it a fumble. It'll be Bee Digger football at about the 2-yard line. I can tell you, I'm almost certain that he was down, Dave, because when he landed is when the ball came loose, but the Bee Diggers will take it, and so will we.
Well, they just took a huge unsportsmanlike call against their star quarterback, McCoy, who come running off the field yelling at the officials. And like I said, he showed a lot of confidence running around out there questioning the officials' calls on the field. And he's definitely not doing the Wolverines any favors.
We'll give Phelps a gain of about 9, Dave. And then the fumble. Dave, did you see the ball come out early? I thought it came out when he landed.
Well, he was horizontal he was parallel with the ground, and I'm not sure if it happened before his elbow hit or not. The big thing is the Diggers put a big stick on him. He's probably not used to getting hit like that. Took a hard hit and he fumbled the ball, and you can't do that in a playoff game, even no matter how good you are.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining. We're certainly happy about that. 1st and 10 for the Bee Diggers at the 17-yard line. That's a crucial turnover. Both teams have fumbled the ball once in this game. Now the Bee Diggers really have to hold on to it. They're still inside of their own 20-yard line after that unsportsmanlike Dave just talked about. Babies under center from the 17-yard line with 3 in the backfield. On first down, there's the give to the deep back, and that is Garcilazo. Check that. That's Shaver. To about the 20, Garcilazo was blocking for him. A gain of 3. If even that, they might backtrack him. Second down and 8 as the hit was made over there by Noah Loutherback.
Well, Bayfield's in that 5 front again. They have 2 linebackers, but they also have another linebacker that they walk up there, and he stands right behind the front, too. He must be a spy. He's probably in charge of just tackling Shaver every play.
Second down, and we'll call it 7 for the 20. Again, Maltos Garcia's under center. Man in motion is Shaver. He has the pitch left, looking for a block. Back to the outside, and then he ran into a Wolverine, and he kind of stumbled, but he had some daylight near the 25-yard line. I thought he was going to easily get the first down. And, Dave, that could be a bad injury there to Shaver. He fell very, very awkwardly at the 23-yard line. And that's going to be a gain of 3, but the bigger concern there is the injury, because that did look twisted in terms of the way that Shaver went down, and Aaron Williams walking around almost despondent. You can see him about to take not his helmet off, but unstrap. Dave, did you see anything there? Because
Well, it looked like one of the Bayfield tacklers, number 33, David Hawkins, he flew in there and made a real low hit. caught him kind of in that same area where I think Shaver took a hit last week, and he went down. But it was a hard hit. I'll tell you what, it was like one of those collisions. The only difference was as Shaver went backwards on it.
Dave, I wonder if he saw him. Sometimes you get hit, you don't even see the defender there.
Well, he had a blocker out in front of him, and you can tell that he was trying to jog one way or jog the other way, and he definitely didn't see that coming because he was looking to make a cut.
Yeah, the hit was on the knee. There's no question about it. Brenda Robinette, your Farmers agent, will work to provide unique, customized coverage at an affordable price. 522-1341, Farmers Insurance Agency. And serving area bean growers since 1921, Trinidad Benham. 970-522-3595 for all your dry bean needs. Proud supporters of Northeastern Colorado sports. Still being attended to as Clay Shaver, and this stadium, Dave, is as quiet as we've ever seen it.
Yeah, on both sides. You know, the Bayfield fans are all standing up over there. Their players are all down on a knee, just respectfully waiting for the outcome of Shaver's injury.
Dave, he's down there long enough that I hate to say it, but that could be a season-ending play, a career-ending play for Shaver. He gets up, though. Let's see. Yeah, but he's not. He's putting some weight on it. Dave, let's just hope it was what happened last week, that he took a shot and that he's okay. He's walking very gingerly, but you would think if he's coming back into this game, it's not going to be until the third quarter at the very earliest.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have to regroup if he's got a shot at getting back on the field. But his strides are only about a foot long, so he's awful ginger.
Oh, we're back to play here. Shaver is walking. He's got some assistance, but he's putting a lot of weight on that right leg. But it is the right knee that is the concern here for the Beat Diggers. A 3rd down and 4 at their own 23. Let's reset it. 7-7 with 8:22 to go. The clock is running here in the second quarter of this 2A state quarterfinal. Abadka is the receiver out to the right. In fact, trips to the right, 2 to the left. Baby in a gun. On 3rd down and 4. He's got the snap. Back to throw. Rolls. He wants to take off with the football. Has the 25-yard line. First down across the 30 is Baby towards the 33. Arnoldo Matos Garcia with a gain of 9.
Just a great play there by Baby. It looked like he wanted to run right. The defensive end had so much penetration over there, he had to take it back over here to the left and just kind of wove his way down the field. But you could tell he knew exactly where he needed to get that first down.
1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at their own 32-yard line. Now, keep in mind, you lose Shaver, it's your best player, or one of your best players, and very good on defense as well. So you got to hold on to the football as long as possible. 1st and 10 for the 32. Matos Garcia hands off to Garcilaso, running right to the 35. Breaks out of a tackle, still on his feet, in the secondary across the 45 to the 50. Aaron Garcilaso with a gain of 18 and a Beat Digger first down.
You know, nothing fancy, just hand the ball off there between the right guard and the right tackle over there running behind Ray Miller and Randy Woodward. Tell you what, he just tucked that ball away and ran hard, and those Wolverines couldn't bring him down.
The ball's at midfield, 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers. Deadlocked at 7, under 7.5 to go, second quarter. The winner to take on the winner of the game between LaHunta and Sterling on 105.7 KPMX and KPMX.com. At midfield, Baby's under center. Aaron Williams motions to the right. Handoff, Garcilaso off right tackle. Tries to break out of a tackle, but he's going to be driven back. And there were about 7 Wolverines there to make the play. Man, they put on some extra hits there. And let's see what did they say they recovered a fall? There's a late hit. It's got to be a late hit, Dave. They piled on. There was a couple of Wolverines that made the hit, then about 4 or 5 others. It seemed like they were stacking the hits on Aaron Garcilaso. No gain back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know how it's no gain because he definitely got to about the 48-yard line. They gave him no forward progress whatsoever.
Yeah, I think it was one of the Wolverines. He came flying in there after Garcilaso was already on his back on the ground. One of the kids flew in there with his shoulder pads, just trying to put in one more hurt on him. That cost him.
Yeah, that was definitely cheap. I mean, they had him tackled all the way. So it's a personal foul, 15-yard penalty against Bayfield. It's 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at the 35-yard line of Bayfield. This drive started at their own 17. Clay Shaver is being treated on the bench for a knee injury. Injured himself last week as well. 3 remain in the backfield on 1st and 10 from the Bayfield 35-yard line. There's the handoff to Jaron Peterson. He spins to about the 33. And the tackle is made by Wyatt Fryer. 2nd down and 8. Peterson runs hard. If he can find a hole, Dave, it's going to be tough to catch him.
You know, they got some beef, like we were saying, up there on their defensive line. It's not scaring these Diggers or Coach Call running right at them.
2nd down and 8 to go for the Wolverine 33. A bank that is committed to their community and keeping banking simple on the cutting edge of banking. Morgan Federal Bank, 321 and sign. 2nd and 8 from the 33. There's the handoff on the left side and virtually nothing there, a yard off the counter there to B.J. Hirschfeld. 3rd down and 7. I think they needed to sustain a block a little bit longer. It might have opened up for the Beat Diggers as the hit was made by Kyle Killo, a senior at 6'1", 195, 3rd and 7.
Their Tad Heidinger, he's also all over the place back there for him. And, you know, their linebackers just showing how much speed they have is they're able to close in pretty quick and make the tackles there in the middle.
Brush has held the football for nearly 4 minutes, and they've needed every one of these seconds to see if Clay Shaver can somehow recover. He's walking on his own, and his dad is with him along the sideline there. Now the Beat Diggers are going to have to call a timeout because that play took a while to not necessarily come in. I think the play came in quickly. Beat Digger timeout brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. 842-4555, Home Auto Life and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. And the adage is very simple. When you're the lower seed, regardless of where the game's at, you just want to keep the game close. You're 7-7 with 5:24 to go in the second. Brush is in a very good position.
You bet. You just don't put yourself in a position where you lose the game in the first or the second quarter. And Diggers are doing a good job, like you said, at controlling the ball. I'm really excited about seeing just how they're willing to open it up. Even though Shaver's down right now, you know, those other kids are stepping in there making some plays, and that's what has to happen.
The other question, is this 4-down territory, or do you want to pin Bayfield back there because they are at the 31. It's a 3rd and about 6 or 7. But if you lose yardage, you might punt here. We'll call it 3rd down and 6 from the Bayfield 31. Naked backfield. Peterson in motion to the left. Baby out of the gun. Looks to throw. Sets up. Heaves it deep up the left side. Peterson is out there, and it is dropped. Peterson dropped it in the end zone. It was right in his hands, and it's 4th down. A perfect pass from Baby, and it should have been a touchdown, but Peterson could not haul it in.
You know, it was one of those where as he was running down the field, all he had to do is have his hands together out in front of him, pinkies together, palms up, and the ball's going to land there. And, you know, his hands were apart, and the ball dropped right in between them.
Yep.
Sometimes the most accurate passes are the hardest ones to catch.
Well, Peterson's made so many plays defensively to get the Beat Diggers in this position. I know he's got to be despondent right now, but he's got to recover in time for this play. 4th down and 6 from the 31 of Bayfield. Peterson to Baby's left, trips to the left. Baby out of the gun. Has the snap. Rolls to his left. Wants to throw. Sets up. Still rolling. Heaves it deep up the left side. Cole is out there. It's tipped. And caught off the deflection. Touchdown, Colin Cole. Holy mahungus. The Beat Diggers on 4th and 6 convert 31 yards away off the tip from the Bayfield defender. Brush 13, Bayfield 7.
Just a great job of concentration there by Colin Cole. You know, he's fast enough. He had the kid beat, but the other kid did a good job of making a play as Baby put a lot of air underneath of it. And that kid didn't bring it down, and Colin did a wonderful job of keeping his concentration and making the big play. And, you know, that's good for him because he's made a lot of big plays this whole season on special teams. It's nice to see him have that opportunity here, you know, on offense.
Do you believe that play, Dave?
Yes, I do. I'm glad that
no,
I do.
I just can't believe it happened off the tip like that. There's the snap. The Peterson extra point is up, and the Peterson extra point is good. 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Second quarter in the 2A state quarterfinals. Brush 14, Bayfield 7. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. How about this? A 9-play, 83-yard drive in 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Colin Cole on 4th and 6, a 31-yard touchdown pass or catch. The second touchdown pass of the game for Baby. And the Bead Diggers are in the lead 14-7. And their kick is high and very deep to the 3-yard line. McGahee to the 10, across the left side to the 20. He's got the sideline again to the 35, and then runs over a Bead Digger and into a Bead Digger. And Gunnar Guzman made the tackle at the 40, but still they're giving up way too much field position as the tackle was made over there, a return of 38.
Yeah, just not using that sideline very well. But in the process, the official got tackled over there, and he's still face down over there on the Bayfield bench.
Oh, yeah, he is. Wow. He took a big hit. Now getting up slowly. Let's see if Clay Shaber's still on the sideline. Clay Shaber's working on his footing and cuts to see if he's able to get back into the game. That is a tough kid. I mean, no doubt about it.
That official's going to have to get faster shoes if he's going to play the sideline over there so he can get out of the way. He got hit right in the back, right when the kid was getting tackled, and just got knocked right out of bounds onto his belly. And he laid there for a little while, but he's up now. He's got his hat on, and the white cap's talking to him to make sure he's okay, and he's back there ready to go to control the line over there.
1st and 10 for Bayfield at their own 40-yard line. For the first time in the game, the Bead Diggers have the lead at 14-7. Plenty of video of this game on our KSIR B106 channel on YouTube. Out of the gun, there was movement, no flag, handoff, off right tackle, and that is Phelps across the 40 to about the 43, maybe the 44-yard line. Aaron Garcilaso made the hit. It's a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Bayfield has a couple of timeouts remaining. And this was all set up by a huge turnover, a fumble by Phelps at the 2-yard line, and at the end of the play, they were called for unsportsmanlike, which gave the Bead Diggers the football to 17. Out of the gun, 2nd down and 6 from the 44. And there's the handoff to Phelps off of left tackle, and he's breaking tackles, but not many. That was a guard that actually dove to the 50. Phelps to the 47. A gain of 3. Woodward in on the hit along with Reed Hall. 3rd down and 3 to go for the Wolverines. Right up to the line of scrimmage, approaching the 4-minute and 10-second mark of the second, trailing Brush by 7.
B.J. Hirschfield blitzed on that play. He had him in the backfield, but he just couldn't hold on, and that's a testament to how strong Phelps is.
3rd down and 3 to go for Bayfield at their own 47-yard line. McCoy in a shotgun as the snap, rolls to his right, throws underneath. The pass is caught wide open. 1st down to the 40-yard line as the catch was made by Hunter Killo. A gain of 13 for Bayfield.
Another nice play where the kid was able to find that seam in between our linebacker and our corner. Just made a nice catch. And again, McCoy showing how athletic he is. A big, tall guy like that, he rolls out to the right and is able to throw the ball accurately on the run.
1st and 10 for Bayfield at the Bead Digger 40-yard line following the pickup of 13 yards. One receiver out to the left, one to the right. The lone setback is Phelps. Killo's in motion. There's the snap and the handoff to Phelps off left tackle, and he backs his way and still going inside the 35 to the 30, a gain of 10. He just ran through a crowd of Bead Diggers. Not between, through. It's another 1st down for Bayfield.
McCoy does a good job of handing the ball off, and then right after he hands it off, he actually runs right next to him and behind him and helps block. That's that extra blocker that the Diggers aren't able to account for.
1st and 10 for the Bead Digger 30. Out of the gun, McCoy rolls to his left, wants to take off with the football. He cuts it back in, and he's tackled for a loss by Tristan Volk at the 32-yard line. A loss of 2. 2nd down and 12. There's plenty of time to go here for Bayfield with 2:53 to go.
That was actually an option play. The slot over here on the right side, and as soon as they snapped the ball, he took off running and he got behind McCoy. He was going to try to be the pitch man, but didn't get there quite soon enough.
2nd down and 12 for the Digger 32-yard line. There's the pitch right. Swinging it to the outside is Phelps to the 30. Across the 25, tackled at the 20. Give him a gain of 12 and a first down, and there's a late flag. Uh-oh. Let's see. The Bee Diggers have been very disciplined in this game. It's been Bayfield that has drawn the majority of penalties. That was a very late flag after the play, so the play will stand. That's the one thing. Bayfield's had a personal foul, 3 holding penalties, and unsportsmanlike conduct. The Bee Diggers have been the more... Oh, they're going to wave the flag off. Yeah, because I didn't see a hold or anything like that. I just saw a straight-up play, unless somebody said something out there that would have warranted the penalty marker.
That's what I was worried about. It's like math. Sooner or later it's going to be against you, and this isn't the time we need something like that.
2.5 to go, second quarter. Yeah, head coach Reed Call is wondering, why is the flag waved off? I mean, it was thrown for a reason. There's no question about it. Unless they're saying that there was a potential hold, but the play was over. I mean, sometimes you'll see an official throw a flag at the very end of a play, but that was clearly after the play. And now the officials are walking over towards the sidelines and explaining to Coach Call.
Yeah, the Whitecap did. He just pointed down to the ground as soon as he got over there.
Grocery, meat, and fresh deli counters, Floral Pharmacy, Western Union, and Public Service payments, and 24-hour gas. Brush Grocery Cart, your one-stop shop, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. That's the Brush Grocery Cart. And AC Ice proudly supports local high school sports throughout Northeast Colorado. When you need ice, don't just settle for any old frozen water. Get AC Ice at any local grocery or convenience store near you. First and 10 for Bayfield at the Bee Digger 20-yard line. Brush leads 14-7. 79-yard touchdown pass to B.J. Hurstfeld, a 31-yarder to Colin Cole. Kelton McCoy scored for Bayfield, a 3-yard run in the opening quarter. And the chains have not been reset. I don't know why. And now the clock restarts. Oh, kink in the chain. First and 10 for the 20. McGahee in motion. Rolling left as McCoy throws off his back foot, and it's still caught at the 10-yard line. Oh, what a play by McCoy. First and goal. It was caught by Wyatt Fryer at the 7-yard line. A gain of 13 as the Bee Diggers came with all types of pressure, and that was just an outstanding play by the Bayfield quarterback because Brush did virtually everything right there.
Exactly. The only thing we didn't have is a quarterback in the middle, or a linebacker in the middle of the field in his hook zone.
First and goal from the 7. I cannot believe he pulled that play off. Out of the gun, McCoy going to keep it himself, take off with a football. He's got nothing. The Bee Diggers read it beautifully. A Simon football. Reed Hall and others there to make the play. Randy Woodward and Aaron Garcilazo. No gain. Second down and goal from the 7. Clock ticks with 1:52 to go before the break.
So after McCoy gets tackled, he just throws the ball straight up in the air instead of giving it to an official.
That could have warranted a flag.
Yep.
And now Bayfield calls a timeout. Let's take it with them. 1:45 to go, second quarter in this 2A state quarterfinal. It's Brush 14, Bayfield 7 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back with Dave Urich from Bee Digger Stadium. It's Brush 14, Bayfield 7, but Bayfield is threatening with a second and goal at the 7-yard line. Brush already forced Bayfield to turn it over on downs twice. So Bayfield has moved the ball quite a bit throughout the course of the game. They also fumbled inside the 5-yard line. Out of the gun is McCoy on second and goal. And he's going to hand it off to Phelps off left tackle. Tries to slip out of a tackle inside the 5 towards the 2-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Third down and goal. As B.J. Hirschfeld and Tristan Volk made the play. Coming up as the 10th play of the drive and right up to the line of scrimmage are the Wolverines, looking to score just before halftime with 1:22 to go.
Diggers still hanging out in that 5-3 defense, but sending some linebackers trying to disrupt things.
Third and goal from the 2. Man in motion. Hand off to Phelps, and I believe he's in. He's in. A 2-yard touchdown run off left tackle for Zane Phelps, and Bayfield draws to within 1. It's Brush 14, Bayfield 13.
Some pretty nifty defense still on that series of plays there for the Diggers. Even though, Bayfield scored, you have to give them credit because McCoy made some great plays, not plays that you usually see at this level.
Yeah, that play on first down from the 20, that 12-yard completion was ridiculous.
Yeah, if we're able to get the sack there on that player, even in incompletion, that changes everything.
Oh, without a doubt. And the extra point is a high boomer, and it is good. Made over there by Haydinger. We'll keep it right here with 1:10 to go. Bayfield has tied the game at 14. On that drive, 60 yards in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. But Brush gets the ball back now and to start the second half. Let's see what head coach Reed Call decides to do. What do you think, Dave? I think it depends on field position, maybe?
Yeah, I do. But, the thing is Coach Call just brings so many different tricks to the game. And, we still have a lot of good athletes that are really fast out there that can make those plays. For example, Hirschfield, he's the one that came down with that big 79-yard pass play. He's got the tricks up his sleeve where we can put points on the board.
Yeah, it could be a critical juncture of the game with Phelps to kick it off. He kicked it out of bounds earlier. B-Diggers have to be careful. They get a nice return. That's a short kick. That's headed way out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. It actually landed inbounds, but then you could see it was rolling out of bounds. So now Brush will have it at the 35. Well, I'd say field position is definitely good enough there.
You betcha. We'll take it. Bayfield lines up on their kickoff. They got 5 guys on each side of their kicker, but they have the ball over there on the left hash mark when they kick this time. They had those 5 guys over there. You can bet that they were trying to keep the ball isolated on that side of the field.
And no time ticks off the clock. 1st and 10 for Brush at the 35. You don't want to get too cute here either. If you're not successful here in your first couple of plays, Bayfield just has 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10 from the 35. Baby's under center. There's the keeper by Baby off the fake, and he's got 2, maybe 3 yards to the 38-yard line. That looked like some confusion there. I thought he was going to hand it off to Williams and got to the 38, a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Did you see something awkward there?
No, I think that was just like that old Air Force play where they faked the ball to the fullback on the, in the dive and then just follow the guy up the hole.
Yeah.
Williams is a big, strong kid. That's a good blocker to follow.
I just haven't seen Brush run that much.
Again, a new play that Coach Call brings into the game this week.
The B-Diggers have at least 1 timeout remaining. 2nd and 7 from their own 38. Baby throws it out in the left flat, and that's way incomplete towards Mount. Threw it way ahead of him. I think Baby just released that ball too quickly. 3rd down and 7. Now Bayfield can call a timeout after this play. The B-Diggers don't pick it up with 28.6 seconds to go.
Yeah, Maltos Garcia got in too big a hurry. Mount was open. He even had a blocker over here. He would have come close to getting that 1st down if we're able to complete the pass.
3rd down and 7 from their own 38-yard line. Jaron Peterson is the lone setback. Trips to the left. Shaver still out of the game with that knee injury. And there's the draw play up the middle to Peterson to the 40. Running to his left to the 45. And he jitterbugs his way across the 45. He stretches out the football and he gets out of bounds. It's a gain of... Let's see what the gain is officially for Peterson. We'll give him 10 and a 1st down at the 48. We have 21.1 seconds to go. Man, you know what? You got to do something here. And I'm sure they've got something planned. Now, how you get 52 yards, how you gain 52 yards in 21.1 seconds, they do have, I don't know if it's 1 or 2 timeouts. Nothing is posted on the board. Trips to the right. Got to be careful with the pass along the sideline as well. From the 48. Play action. Baby rolling to his right. Looks to throw. He rolls to his right. Continues to roll. Throws on the run. Pass is caught. And that is a 1st down to the 36-yard line. And that is Gunnar Guzman. A perfect pass from Baby. The gain is 17. They'll give him the 35. What a pass.
127 yards here in the 1st half passing. Who would have ever thought that? But you're right. Maltos, he stopped, tried to throw, felt the pressure, took off running again. was able to complete a nice pass on the run.
Yeah, he did not get out of bounds. Reed Call thought that he might have gotten out of bounds, but they had to immediately call a timeout. He definitely didn't get out of bounds from my vantage point. I think he was close to the sideline. But I didn't. Let's see. Now the officials are they're gonna converse. Dave, I thought he was tackled just in bounds. Very hard to see from this angle. But that's what Reed Call thought. If not, he would have called a timeout immediately. Instead, we had 4 seconds to off the clock. It was at over 12 seconds, now at 8.1.
Right, and I think what Coach Call's upset about is the officials got to do him a favor and make some signals so that he knows what's going on.
Yeah. Well, he signaled a stoppage of the clock for the movement of the chains, but I don't think it's up to the official to let him know that the play went out of bounds. It's all the way in front of the Bayfield sideline. That's probably up to the players themselves to tell him, Coach, I was not out of bounds or something, so they wouldn't. So they'd call a timeout immediately.
You're right. That's a good point. And that's probably one of those things where young players got to have that savvy and make sure you get out of bounds.
1st and 10 from the 35. See, the only issue is here with 8.1 seconds. Well, you could run off a couple of plays, a couple of Hail Marys. They already scored on one, which wasn't a Hail Mary. It was off a tip.
Hey, screen pass. That's worked several times this year.
Well, you throw the screen pass, you get it down to about 1 or 2 seconds, and you clock it, and then you try a field goal perhaps. Peterson certainly's got a decent leg, but you got to be closer than where they are now because they're at the 35. I'd say maybe a 35-yard field goal. He could definitely make that. The wind is non-existent. The flag is completely limp. 1st and 10 for Brush at the Bayfield 35. Peterson is the lone setback. Baby out of the gun, and he's about 6 yards behind the center. Peterson in motion to the right. Baby back to throw, takes off with the football, and then he's going to be down. Did he fumble the ball at the last second?
Yeah.
I think he did. Looked like he tried to stretch it out. And are they going to say he was down, or did he help? Baby fumbled it. Bayfield has it. 0.6 of a second to go.
Well, the Diggers going to have to be awake here. We've struggled out there when people are throwing those flies and deep passes against our corners just because we don't have the height. We're a little vertically challenged out there. So hopefully the Diggers are going to be able to be wise and pay attention here because I don't expect Bayfield to just kneel on it.
Well, watch for the hook and ladder. I'm telling you, they could easily catch a pass. You got to protect all areas of the field.
And they've already shown they like to pitch the ball around a lot. So they've got the ball handlers out there where they could lateral the ball.
And did Brush call their final timeout? Somebody called a timeout. I think it was Brush, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance.
It's a peculiar game, just the flow of the game and the rhythm. It stops and there's some just awkward things happening. Like Coach Lefevre's out there meeting with our team, and their offense is lined up, on the line of scrimmage. But they have a back that's about 10 yards off the ball, like he's, going to be in the victory formation.
This is 10-10 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Greeley. It's 0.6 of a second to go. No, it looks like they are, and they're just going to take it to the half. I'm surprised. I mean, it's 65 yards. It's a long way to go. Now, don't be fooled. They got to make sure they do take a knee. You don't want this to be disguised as something else. And, yep, McCoy just backs up and takes a knee for a loss of 2. And that'll be the end of the opening half. A very good half from Beat Digger Stadium in this Class 2A state quarterfinal. Brush 14, Bayfield 14 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The second half from Beat Digger Stadium between the Beat Diggers and Bayfield Wolverines in this 2A state quarterfinal. We're deadlocked at 14, and Zane Phelps will kick it off for Bayfield. Clay Shaver is not out there in the second half for Brush. We assume he's out for the game after the knee injury he sustained in the second quarter. That's a line drive into the end zone. What a strong leg by Phelps. He barely ran up to the football, and that ball just shot out of his foot like inside of a cannon or something. Anyway, Beat Diggers have it at the 20-yard line to begin the second half. And they've got to be able to execute without their best player on the field, which means we saw it in the first half, some creative play calling.
You betcha, and some great execution. Jaron Peterson had some good runs in the first half, and Garcilazo, they can run against these guys.
First and 10 for the Bead Diggers at their own 20-yard line. Hirschfeld, Garcilaso, and Peterson in the backfield. Maltos Garcia is going to hand it off on the counter. Big hole for Hirschfeld across the 25 towards the 28-yard line. That's a gain of 8 yards. Excellent blocking by the Bead Diggers as the tackle was made by Cole Wood, a sophomore. Second down and 2.
Tristan Volk, our left guard, he pulled over here and kicked out that tackle and opened that hole up.
Second down and a short 2 to go just outside the 28-yard line. The Diggers had a nice 83-yard drive that gave them the lead. At that point, now we're tied at 14 on second down and 2. There's the handoff off the left side and nothing. In fact, a loss. Stuffed in the backfield. Nope, he kept it himself. I guess that was that play. He was going to run behind a fullback. He lost 2. It's now third down and 4 as Loutherback made the tackle for Bayfield.
Yeah, lost his footing. That time, Bayfield was in the 6-man front. Split 6, they had our guard, tackles, and tight ends covered with linebackers lined up right over our guards.
Third down and 4 from the 26-yard line. Critical play for the Bead Diggers early in the third quarter. 3 in the backfield, all right next to each other. Baby this time is going to roll back, throw it deep up the left sideline. It's intercepted. He threw it off his back foot, underthrown, intended for Abadka. And it was picked off by Tad Heidinger at the Bead Digger 42-yard line. He had Abadka open, but he needed more air on the ball.
Yep, just needed some more force on it. He was running pretty hard, trying to avoid some pressure. Had to throw the ball without setting his feet.
And for the Bead Diggers, that's their third turnover of the game. Of course, the last one but prior to this was with 0.6 of a second to go. Almost doesn't count like the other ones in terms of the impact it could have on the game, but this one could have a great impact. Bayfield is looking to reclaim the lead. First and 10 from the Bead Digger 42-yard line. McGahee is in motion. There's the give to Phelps off right tackle inside the 40-yard line, spinning to the 34. Picks up 8 yards in a play. Woodward had penetration, as did Abadka, but it's a gain of 8, second down and 2 to go.
98 yards now for Phelps. They ran that in between their guard and right tackle. We were eagle down, had a nose guard. We moved our defensive tackle down to outside eye or head up on the guard, and that helped set that hole up.
Second down and 2 to go for Bayfield at the Brush 34-yard line early in the third quarter. Man in motion. There's the give off left tackle. First down is Phelps as he skips over a Bead Digger to the 30, gaining 4 yards. Randy Woodward made the play. Get the most comprehensive news, sports, and opinion for the South Platte Sentinel. Visit their website at southplattesentinel.com. And Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery. Try a new breakfast bowl or delicious breakfast burrito with your Willow Coffee or tea. Open 6 days a week. 921 Edison Street in Brush. First and 10 for Bayfield at the Brush 30-yard line. 9:35 to go in the third. Out of the gun, McCoy will hand the football off to Phelps right up the middle, and he lunges his way to the 31. For a gain of 4, Raymond Miller had penetration along with Baby, but it's second down and 6, and that's what they're doing right now, just a few yards, and I don't know if you call it a cloud of dust because there's not much dust here, but they're moving the ball the way they want to.
Yeah, eating that time up and frustrating the defense, and we've said it so many times when a team can do that, they kind of tenderize the interior part of that defense, and Diggers are going to have to come up with a big stop and slow him down in the backfield.
And again, Clay Shaver is out for the game for Brush with a knee injury sustained in the second quarter. Second down and 6 from the 26. And the quarterback, McCoy, keeps it himself. He's got a seam, but he's tackled from behind. He does gain about 4 yards to the 22 as Reed Hall made the hit. But again, it's third down and less than 2 yards to go.
That 4 yards finally puts McCoy in the positive territory with the positive 2 yards rushing today. This Digger defense has done a good job stifling the offense. You know, McCoy just 2 yards running, Phelps just 105. Great job.
Yeah, Bayfield is stacked on offense. Third down and less than 2 to go. Just inside the 22. Man in motion, handoff left side. First down for Phelps. Slips out of a tackle. B.J. Hirschfeld and Reed Hall have him at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the 5th play of the drive for Bayfield.
So many times the Diggers have had a hold of him by the ankle, but he's just so strong. Our guys are having a hard time holding on to him. He just kicks out of it, just kind of limp legs right out of it.
The Bee Diggers won the state title 1 year ago as the number 1 seed. Bayfield trying to do the same this year, but they're in a battle with Brush, tied at 14 with 7:53 to go in the 3rd. 1st and 10 from the Brush 16-yard line. Receiver out to the left. There's the snap, the handoff to Phelps, and he lunges his way and backs his way towards the 11. Right up the gut as Daniel Abadka made the hit, but that's a pickup of 5 yards. And as you mentioned, if the Bee Diggers can't make a play, they're gonna score here momentarily.
Yep, just got to do a better job of holding on to that foot when we finally get a hold of it. And we're going to need a lot of guys flying in there helping to make the tackle because Phelps is definitely a powerful back.
Ideal time for a turnover, without a doubt. Out of the shotgun, McCoy keeps it himself, and then a late pitch, and the ball is loose, and the Bayfield Wolverines have it back at the 17. McCoy with a late pitch as he was getting tackled. Hunter Killoff fell on the football, but it's a loss of 6 to the 17. Now it's 3rd down and 11. That was the play we're talking about. Now they need 2 more of those.
You betcha. That was just a huge break there for the Diggers. McCoy again being undisciplined, trying to force a play to happen.
Yeah, Brush had no shot of recovering that fumble, by the way, because it was a pitch back and it was behind Killoff, but he was the only guy there. He just fell on it. 3rd and 11 for the Bee Diggers 17, out of the gun. McCoy rolls to his right, wants to throw. The pass is going to be incomplete. Oh, nearly intercepted by Baby. He had it at the 7-yard line, intended over there for Killoff. It'll be 4th down. That would not have been an easy interception over that left shoulder, Dave, but he certainly had a chance.
Well, we were talking about Peterson dropping that pass earlier in the game. That was the same sort of pass that Maltos just dropped himself right there.
Here we go, a 35-yard field goal to be attempted by Tad Heidinger. The last time the Bee Diggers lost here in a playoff game, that Faith Christian kicker really hurt Brush. And it's going to be a fake! Rolling to his right is McCoy, the throw towards the end zone, wide open, touchdown. Did he drop it? No! He dropped it! Oh, it looked like it was in his hands. Oh, I thought they signaled it. No, the ball was dropped. Holy, it was wide open. I mean, that was an easier catch than the one Peterson had earlier in the game. And Hawkins must have simply dropped it. It was right in his lap, Dave, and my apologies. The Bee Diggers take over. I could have sworn that was an easy touchdown. He was wide open, hit him in the lap. I don't think we saw the ball hit the ground.
Well, I know I didn't see it because I had my head in my hands because I was so discouraged that our kids weren't ready when they snapped the ball on that fake kick attempt.
1st and 10 for the Bee Diggers. What a humongous break for Brush at the 16-yard line. I mean, that was a perfect pass. There's the pitch right to Garcilaso, blocking in front at the 20-yard line, and then he runs over Wolverines along the right sideline across the 20 towards the 22, maybe the 23. And Garcilaso, he's a truck.
Well, we're going to have to rely on that size. And, he runs like he's in a fight a lot of times and runs with a lot of power. And we're going to really need that here this second half.
The gain is 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 to go for the 24. The original line of scrimmage was the 17. I'm still in shock that was not a touchdown, and I clearly looked like a touchdown from here, but it was dropped at the last second. Peterson in motion to the left. Handoff left side. Garcilaso cannot get around the defenders, and he's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage. When he tried to run it wide to the left, there was no shot there, and I think you've just got to take it up the middle against these guys. 3rd down and 3 to go for Brush with 5.5 to go, 3rd quarter, still tied at 14.
It's tough to run against them because they're in that 5-2 and they have that spy back there, and now who knows who they're spying on. And then you look over here on the other side and they'll jump into that 6-man front, and it's really hard to run off tackle against the split 6. So Coach Call's just got to do a good job of mixing things up.
Trips to the right. Looks like there's some confusion there. And now they got to call a timeout. Definite confusion there. Good timeout there by Brush head coach Reed. Call brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Home Auto Life and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. 842-4555. You don't want to use timeouts this early, but it is a critical 3rd and 3 situation. You had no option there. And we've seen that, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's well over 50%, closer to like 75 or 80% every time the Bead Diggers call an offensive timeout, or timeout when they have the football. It seems to pay off on the next play.
You know, Coach Call's smart. You know, he gets a good eye on what people are doing. I'm sure he's got a pretty good idea if they're going to come out in that 6 or 5-man front, and he's always got a trick, up his sleeve.
3rd down and 3 to go for Brush at the 24-yard line. Keep in mind they have survived despite turning the ball over 3 times. But again, one of those right before the break. It didn't really have an impact. Matos Garcia out of the gun. Trips to the right. Aaron Williams is the lone setback on 3rd and 3. Baby rolls to his left. There's the pitch. First down along the left side to Peterson. Little shovel pass. Peterson to the 30-yard line. A gorgeous shovel pass to Peterson, as he was able to gain about 6 yards. They only needed 3. And again, what a play.
Yeah, Bayfield was expecting an option there as Matos Garcia rolled left, and they all thought he was going to pitch the ball, but he didn't, just shuttle past it forward to Peterson. And we've seen him before. Peterson's got the wheels to make up ground if he just has a hole to run through. 1st
and 10 for the Bead Diggers at the 30-yard line. That's a big first down. They can get another one. They can carry this over to the 4th quarter. Under center is Matos Garcia. There's the handoff to the deep back. Across the right side is Peterson to the 35. Along the sideline at the 45. With speed to burn into Bayfield territory. Knocked out of bounds at the 46. A gain of 24 and a first down for Jaron Peterson, the junior.
He almost slowed down there like he was going to see if he could juke one of those Bayfield Wolverines that was chasing him. And finally he decided just to step on the afterburners and did a good job of getting over here and controlling the ball. And you saw right there at the last minute after he picked up the first 5 yards, he changed the ball from his left hand to his right hand to make sure he didn't fumble it.
Right. Gain of 24 once again for Peterson. 1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers at the Bayfield 46-yard line. 4.5 to go in the 3rd. Deadlocked at 14. 2 receivers split each side. Garcilaso's the lone setback. Baby's under center. Baby has the football. Hands off to Garcilaso, and he's hit behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 1. And it was going to be tough to block Sam Westbrook on that play. 6'5", 285. They couldn't do it. 2nd down and 11 to go for the Bead Diggers.
Yeah, he's that nose guard we were talking about, and we're hoping that we're able to get a block out of Johnny Cyprian, who's at 5'10", 180. That's still a pretty big kid, but you match that up against somebody over 250, it's 2 different worlds.
Cyprian, a junior, did a nice job for the Bead Diggers this season. 2nd down and 11 to go for Brush at the Bayfield 47-yard line. Again, Matos Garcia is under center. Has the snap. Play action. Wants to throw. Up the sideline. Complete to Reed Hall. It's a first down. Hall is tackled at the 20-yard line. Actually towards the middle of the field. And another big gainer for the Bead Diggers. 27 yards.
Yeah, just an 81 dump. They faked the ball up the middle, and linebackers, Bayfield's been creeping up close to that line of scrimmage trying to stop the run, and Coach Call just took advantage of it. And, on that play right there, you didn't see that big lug getting into the backfield, did you? Johnny Cyprian's doing a pretty good job with them.
1st and 10. The Bead Diggers are in the red zone at the 20-yard line. Matos Garcia remains under center. Drops the football, and then I think did he fall on it? Man, you can't have a turnover here. Bayfield thinks they have it, but I think Baby fell on the football. Now they stopped the clock. Yeah, it is Brush football, but, man, you don't want to make a mistake here. That stadium quieted a bit. 2nd down and 11, a loss of 1. That was the 7th play of the drive. Bayfield, after they dropped an easy touchdown, and now you've taken it from the 17 to the 21. The Bead Diggers have traveled 62 yards. They need 21 more. 2nd down and 11. They just picked on a 2nd down and 11 moments ago. 2 receivers out to the left. 1 to the right. The lone setback is Garcilaso from the 21. Baby on the pitch right to Garcilaso, who dropped the football. It's loose, and I think Garcilaso fell in it. Well, he's not used to the pitch. It was a good pitch. It looked like maybe a tad behind him, but nothing too bad. Back at the 31, it's a loss of 10. Now it's third down and 21 to go for Brush.
Yeah, that was wide open for him. I think he might have seen all that open field over here on the wide side, right side, and forgot to watch the ball all the way in.
I think if you don't come close to getting the first down, I think you actually punt it here. Unless they can get to about the 20-yard line. But Garcilaso's back in there. He came out briefly, now back in. 2 minutes to go in the third. Deadlocked at 14. The Beat Diggers are right up to the line of scrimmage. The play clock is running down. Third down. The play clock is at 3. Play clock at 2. Matos Garcia gets it off. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. Baby's going to be pressured. Baby's going to roll out of it. Baby will take off with the football. Then he's down for a loss at the 35-yard line, a loss of 4. He had nothing there. And now let's see a Brush punts. Yeah, they might have to go to that option because it's a 4th and 25. This would still be very good field position. I think they're sending out the punt team. With a minute 24 to go, what a great drive. But unfortunately, the last 3 plays all were negative ones.
They're just self-destructed a little bit. They're just started with the mishandling of the football. Right here, we just need a real nice punt and force Bayfield to play the negative field position game.
Oh, he can punt it into the end zone. At least it'd be a 15-yard net. Perfect snap. Here comes some pressure. Gets it off a high fluttering punt. It'll bounce at the 7-yard line. Picked up at the 5. The Beat Diggers there to make the tackle as Reed Hall does so at the 15-yard line. That's a net of only 20 yards, but the Beat Diggers will take it. With 51.2 seconds to go in the third, Bayfield has the ball at their own 15-yard line. And now the season for one of these teams comes down to less than 13 minutes to play unless we go into overtime.
It'll be interesting to see how much Bayfield changes up their game, if they're feeling any panic at all, because they haven't been in a lot of tight situations like this year.
Yeah, how about none? First and 10 from the 15. Low snap. There's the give to Phelps. He's got a big hole up the middle. Breaking tackles across the 30-yard line, or right there at the 30, in fact, across the 25 initially. First down and a gain of 15 as the hit was made over there by Leo Libanos.
So Phelps has 128 yards now on 22 carries.
First and 10 from the 30. Bayfield has not punted today. That's how much of a grind it's been for the Beat Diggers. But they've done enough to stay in this game. They led at one point. First and 10 for Bayfield at their own 30. Kelton McCoy is out of the gun, awaiting the snap. He's going to give the football to Phelps across the 30 to the 35. Another solid run. Tackle was made by Reed Hall along with Libanos. And that gain of 5 could be the final play of the third quarter. They're right up to the line of scrimmage. Let's see how anxious they are to get the play off. And that will be it. We have played 3 quarters in the Class 2A state quarterfinals from Brush. It's Bayfield 14, Brush 14 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran with Dave Urich as we begin the fourth quarter in this 2A state quarterfinal. It's Brush 14, Bayfield 14. It is second down and 5 to go for Bayfield at their own 35-yard line. Kelton McCoy has had a very good game, along with Zane Phelps, the quarterback and running back. Out of the gun, low snap, handoff to Phelps up the middle, and he's got about 2, maybe 3 yards. Good tackle there by the Beat Diggers. And that hit was made by Raymond Miller from his linebacker position, a gain of 3. Third down and 2, a critical play for both teams, especially for the Beat Diggers if they want to get the football back, knowing that Bayfield has been driving the ball on virtually every possession.
Ray Miller just came up huge on that tackle, and he did that last week as well, playing some of the best football of his career these last couple of weeks.
On third and 2, and this will be, I think, short of a first down. I'm not sure. I think that was Phelps. Boy, he stretched the football at the last second at the 39. The quarterback, McCoy, followed Phelps. Dave, from here, that definitely looks short.
Yeah, probably about a foot short, it looks like. The The yardstick's right on the line, and the ball's about a foot short.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. Beat-Diggers got to be ready here very quickly. It's 4th down and less than a yard to go. Bayfield's on their own side of the field at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun is McCoy. There's the snap, and to give to Phelps. First down across the 40 off right tackle. Watch out, Mountain nearly with a late hit there to the 42. As Peterson and Garcilaso were there, it's a gain of 3. But the drive continues for Bayfield. That wasn't too much of a risk. They had to go for that one.
Yeah, they weren't running it up the middle either. They knew they were going to take that off tackle over here on the right side. Diggers did a good job holding him just to a yard.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. We have 10:37 to go in the game. The winner will take on the winner of the Sterling La Junta game going on in La Junta. 42. And it's loose! The ball is loose, but I think Bayfield has got it. It was a perfect pitch out there, but the ball was fumbled. I think that was McGahee. The ball was right in his hands. He lost a couple of yards back to the 40. Well, let's say just a loss of 1. 2nd and 11, just shy of the 41.
McCoy is so good with his deception. You know, he leaves the ball in the belly of his fullback to the last minute and pulls it out and makes the pitch really quick. Just tough for the Diggers to follow where it's at.
2nd and 11 at their own 41-yard line. McCoy awaits the snap. Back to throw. Looks to his left. Throws underneath. The pass is caught. And across the 50, still on his feet. And carrying B.J. Hirschfeld. That's going to be a first down. He carried him for several yards. The pass was caught over there by Ted Heidinger. And let's see where they place it. There's a late flag. It'll be a gain of 18 yards. Now let's see what the flag's all about. To the 41-yard line, or just inside the 42. Hopefully this is not against Brush. The Beat-Diggers have played a disciplined game here. You wonder if there was a late hit, and it's going to go against Brush. Yep, 15 yards. Unsportsmanlike conduct. It'll be at the 26, just inside the 27. That's a huge penalty in this game with 9:44 to go. Keep in mind, Bayfield got possession of the ball at their own 15-yard line. They're doing the same thing Brush did on their previous drive, but this is when Bayfield stopped Brush. Now the Beat-Diggers are looking to do the same. 1st and 10 for Bayfield at the Beat-Digger 26-yard line. Low snap once again. Handoff right up the gut. A short gain of about 2. Was that Phelps again? That looked like, yep, it was. Labanos made the hit. 2nd down and 8 to go for Bayfield. Coming up is the 9th play of the drive as we're inside of 9.5 minutes to go from Beat-Digger Stadium in this 2A quarterfinal.
What a great play there by Labanos, right when you thought the Diggers were going to, start to roll and start to give up after that bad penalty. He makes the big stick there and holds them to a 2nd and long. 2nd
down and 8 from the 24-yard line of Brush. Out of the gun is McCoy. McCoy this time will hand it off up the middle. A nice gainer for Phelps across the 20 towards the 18. Maybe the 17-yard line will give him 7 yards. All of a sudden it's 3rd down and 1 as Labanos made the hit again. I'd say if they get by Brush, not that Bayfield's going to cruise to the finals, but this has been a very resilient Brush team.
Brush has given them everything they got, but again, we just got to play our positions.
And shorthanded without Clay Shaver. 3rd and 1. There's the snap. Hand off to Phelps. First down inside the 15. Phelps still going. There's a flag down. He's down at the 11. It's a gain of 6, but I think this is coming back.
Yeah, there's 2 flags. One flew in from the side, and then one flew in from the back.
And you have a 3rd and 1. You cannot commit a penalty if you're Bayfield. I mean, that running back can automatically pick up a yard, but it's going to be holding. That's a huge, huge penalty. And Brush has played a very disciplined game. Bayfield is close to 80 yards in penalties. So now the ball's back at the 32-yard line. 3rd and a long 10. 2 plays is what the Beat-Diggers have got to make here to get the ball back and keep Bayfield out of the end zone, or at least from getting a first down. pass defense could be huge, but this might not necessarily be a pass. Just one receiver out to the left. Third down along 10. McCoy back to throw. Looking towards the sideline. Wide open. The pass is caught along the sideline. Touchdown. Touchdown along the left sideline. Wide open was McGahee. And he scores. And now Bayfield leads 20-14. Let's see if we get the yardage on that. I believe that was 26 yards out. We'll confirm that. Check it, 31 yards out. There's the snap. Kick is up, and that is good. 8:10 to go in the game. With the score, Bayfield 21, Brush 14 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 31-yard touchdown pass there on 3rd and 10. That was from McCoy to McGahee. And now Bayfield is in the lead. A masterful drive, 10 plays, 85 yards. In about 4 minutes. There's the bounce to Matos at the 12-yard line. Baby to the 20, running to his right to the 25. A seam to the 35. Baby's got one to beat at the 50. Baby up the left sideline to the 30. Baby at the 20-yard line is pushed out of bounds. What a return by Matos Garcia. He's down all the way at the 18-yard line. A return of about 70 yards for Matos Garcia.
What a great run. Just ran it right up the seam in the middle, and once he got out there, he had to make the one big play. He was going to have to be able to run past their star running back, but you got to give him credit. Phelps, he used that sideline. He pushed him out of bounds instead of trying to dive and make a tackle.
1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at the 18-yard line. All of a sudden, Brush is in the red zone after that long return. On 1st down, Matos Garcia will hand it off on the counter to Peterson. He's going to be thrown for a loss. 5-yard loss. Wyatt Fryer makes the tackle. Back at the 23.
Yeah, we pulled our guard out here. He needed to make the big block on that defensive end and just couldn't quite get enough leverage on him with a good angle to push him out of the way, enable Peterson to cut it upfield.
2nd down and 15 from the 23-yard line. There's lots of confusion. Play clock is at 3. Got to get it off or call a timeout. And I don't know if they're going to get this off. Did Reed call a timeout? I think he had to. Yeah, that was a ton of confusion. 2nd timeout taken by the Beat Diggers, and that's not a good thing. Brought to you by Greg Mullen, State Farm Insurance, because you're behind in the game. You might need those timeouts later, and that increases the urgency to score on this drive and tie the game.
Absolutely. And, you couple that with the importance of keeping the momentum on our side. Bayfield's got to be on their heels wondering what's going on here to be in such a tight game against such a low-ranked team.
But they are the defending state champions, even graduating as many players as they did. 2nd and 15. Baby has 2 touchdown passes already in the game. From the 23. Yeah, they got to get to the 9 officially now, so it's 2nd down. We'll call it 14. Brush has 1 timeout remaining, which is critical. Out of the gun. Garcilaso's in motion to the right. Matos Garcia waits the snap, looking to throw. Over the middle, the pass going to be intercepted, not even close. And there's Green in front of the interceptor there, then knocked out of bounds. Not a good pass. It was intercepted by Cash Nooks, Sr., and Bayfield takes over, and a Beat Digger is down. He went across the 35 to about the 40-yard line. And I don't know what happened there, Dave, but there wasn't a Beat Digger there waiting for the football. It was just an interception. Brush has turned it over 4 times.
Well, he's trying to hit Hirschfield, who was running straight down the field. But right before he threw it, he took a huge hit from number 10, Tad Heidinger, and boy, it just laid Maltos out, and I don't think it allowed him to really see where he was throwing the ball to.
So Bayfield has it at their own 34-yard line. With 7:04 to go. Yeah, you're losing the turnover margin here, 4-1, and you're to within 7.
Yeah, it's amazing. They're playing some good football. Just got to follow through.
Well, that's why just shoving Baby out of bounds was big. He doesn't shove him out of bounds, the game could be tied. Out of the gun. Bayfield with a 7-point lead. There's the handoff to Phelps, and he spun down right at the line of scrimmage by Raymond Miller.
Yep, Ray Miller came up huge again. You know, he's been in that backfield several times. And like we said last week, he had a whale of a game offensively and defensively. And today he's sure coming up with some big plays here with some hits on Phelps in the backfield.
2nd down and 10 for Bayfield at their own 34-yard line. Leading 21-14. 6:35 to go in the game. McCoy out of the shotgun. Man in motion. McCoy will keep the football. Then he's going to be dragged out for a loss. Excellent play in the backfield. Reed Hall thrown for about a 2-yard loss. Back at the 32-yard line. All of a sudden, we're sitting at a 3rd down and about 13, but the passes really hurt the Beat Diggers. They've got to defend the pass right now.
Yeah, and they have so many receivers. It's going to be hard for them to key on any one guy. What's really going to help is if we can just get some pressure on McCoy.
3rd down and 12 to go. Man in motion. McCoy back to throw. Looking over the middle. It's complete. 1st down. Cross the 45 to the 50. Man, that's a killer. Wyatt Fryer makes the catch. It's a gain of 18.
So that takes to Fryer 4 catches on the day, 60 yards. I guess that's the guy they need to focus on.
Well, now you got to come up with a turnover. There's just no way around it now. You don't come up with a turnover now, you've got no chance of winning the game because Bayfield has not been stopped.
196 yards in the air.
And that time he had plenty of time. 1st and 10 from midfield. Again in the gun is McCoy. Hands off to Phelps, off left tackle, across the 45, spun down at the 41. Gain of 9 before the hit was made. 2nd down and 1. And Bayfield right now is smelling victory, but still have plenty of time to go.
Yeah, 155 yards for Phelps. Now just running off tackle and starting to pick up some pretty big carries every time he touches the ball.
2nd down and 1 to go for Bayfield. The odds this Brush team has overcome with Clay Shaver getting hurt. That's just, that in of itself is huge. The turnovers. 2nd and 1 from the 41. There's the give to Phelps. 1st down into the secondary, spinning across the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 12. Beat Diggers might be getting tired defensively, but you can't use timeouts now.
167 yards now, and I think you might be hitting the nail on the head with just the fatigue on that defense as they just continually attack the right side of our defensive line.
1st and 10 for Bayfield at the Brush 29-yard line. 4:22 to go. A couple of 1st downs could seal it for Bayfield. Dave, I think at this point you got to strip.
Yep.
You got to take a chance. You have to strip. Out of the gun. McCoy with a very low snap. Hand off to Phelps. Right up the gut. He's going to be stood up after a short gain of 2. Randy Woodward made the hit at the 27. Gain of 2, 2nd down and about 8 to go for Bayfield.
You mentioned stripping the ball, and then right there I thought, oh my goodness, there's the turnover. It looked like it was going to happen on that play.
On 2nd down and 8 from the 27. Right up to the line, out of the gun. Now they're taking their time because they know the clock is their friend. McCoy waiting for the play clock to run down to 5. It's at 5 now. As the snap Hands off to Phelps, running up the left side, and he's down the sideline inside the 15, and he's knocked out of bounds. The first down. That kid is a hoss. At about the, 15-yard line? It's a gain of 8. The clock does stop, not only for the movement of the chains, but because he went out of bounds. But now you really need to turn over. If not, the game is over.
Yeah, the Diggers really need to use that sideline. That's something they haven't done a good job of today. He's a big, strong kid. He's hard to bring down and jump on his back and try to, wrestle him down when you're just a few yards away from the sideline.
1st and 10 for Bayfield at the Brush 15-yard line. Hawkins in motion to the left. This time the handoff to Phelps off left tackle, and he drives towards the 11-yard line. Might have gotten to the 10. Reed Hall made the hit. It's a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. I mean, you're going up against trucks here.
Yeah,
that's Phelps. I mean,
yeah, he's the real deal.
My gosh, he's good.
And 33 carries today. He's a workhorse, and he's better now than he was in the first quarter.
2:45 to go in the game. Bayfield 21, Brush 14. 2nd down and 6 for Bayfield at the Brush 11-yard line. McCoy letting the play clock run down. Awaits a snap, man in motion. He'll hand it off to Phelps, who cuts it back towards the middle, inside the 5. Phelps to the end zone, and Phelps scores. 11 yards away for Phelps. He broke out of a couple of tackles. And Bayfield now leads Brush 27-14 with 2:23 to go in the game.
Yeah, he broke a lot of tackles, probably 4 or 5 of them. Showed a lot of strength there as the Digger defense starting to break.
Now the extra point to be attempted by Tad Heidinger. Off the hold of McCoy. Perfect snap. Kick is up. And it's good. 2 minutes, 23 seconds remaining in the 2A state quarterfinals. Bayfield 28, Brush 14 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 9 plays, 66 yards in 4 minutes and 41 seconds. The Bayfield Wolverines have taken control of the game as they lead the Beat Diggers 28-14. Brush only has 1 timeout remaining. And there is the boot. High and short to Baby at the 11. To the 20-yard line. Stutter stepping to the 30. And then he's down at about the 34, 35-yard line. So here come the Beat Diggers to the line of scrimmage on what could be their final possession of 2015. With 2:17 to go. At the 35. This is a pass on every play, you would think. There's no other option at this point. Out of the gun is Matos Garcia. Low snap, fumbles it, gets it back, runs to his left, got to throw it away, and he does towards the sideline. That was the play to make. He was getting drilled as he threw it off his back foot. And this Baby, man, what a senior year he's had, especially knowing that for a couple of games, including this one, he was one of those seniors who had to try to carry this team from the quarterback position without Clay Shaver in the lineup. Shaver injured his knee in the second quarter, Dave, and that might have been one of the plays that did the Beat Diggers in, because only so long you can play without a great player like that.
Yeah, it takes all the pieces to the puzzle.
2nd down and 10. Trips to the right from their own 35-yard line. Matos Garcia on the draw play to Garcilaso right up the middle, and he's got a yard to the 36. Wyatt Fryer in on the play, along with Clyde Leonard, a senior. 3rd down and 9.
I think the Diggers were wanting a face mask call on that, as looked like at the end of the play, Garcilaso was pulled the rest of the way down.
From the 36 on 3rd and 9. Baby rolls to his right, sets up, throws off his back foot, wide open, complete to Guzman, and he should go out of bounds. I don't know why did he go out of bounds? I think he did. Along the sideline at the 50. Nice pass and catch. Well, it's a gain of 14. And a first down. Yeah, there you got to straight out of bounds. Ball's just across the 50. Yep. Nice job of Guzman. Only a sophomore. He's a big target, too. Tall target.
Yeah, he made a nice catch.
1st and 10 just beyond midfield. With 1:32 to go. Garcilaso's in motion to the left. Baby back to throw. Baby getting pressure. Screen over the middle. Caught by Peterson at the 50. Not much running room. And, in fact, he's going to be down right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Beat Diggers call their final timeout, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Home Auto Life and Health State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. 842-4555. Dave, at this point, with 1:23 to go, and you've used up all your timeouts, you got to go, you would think, either way down the field or to some trickery. There's no other shot. I mean, so what if you turn it over at this point?
Right. You know, they're going to have to take their chances, that's for sure. But at the same time, the kids have to have the savvy to remember, you know, if they have a chance, they got to get out of bounds.
Yeah.
Remember, we started the year running a lot of hurry-up offense, too, so that's something that, you know, the kids still have in their hip pocket if they're able to pull it out with some different guys on the field as they'd usually play with.
Telling you, Reed Call was telling us during Beat Digger Blastoff, these are, some of his assistants are first-year high school coaches, and the job they've done with this team.
Oh, amazing.
Between the players and the coaches, this team has come together beautifully to make the state quarterfinals. 2nd down and 10 just across the 50. Baby rolls to his left, throws along the sideline, wide open, pass caught by Guzman out of bounds at the 37, gain of about 12. All right. You still got 1:19 to go.
That was a nice pass by Maltos, but still Bayfield's able to get some pressure on him. They're forcing him to run around back there.
1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at the Bayfield 37-yard line. Trips to the right. If you can score with about, 30, 20 seconds to go, then an onside kick, you have a prayer. Baby rolls to his right, still rolling, throws it along the sideline, incomplete. A diving attempt by Gunnar Guzman, and you don't want to complete those passes at all because the clock keeps rolling. You want to complete it beyond the first down marker, so Baby would have almost been better off throwing it into the ground. 2nd down and 10. 1:14 to go. In the game, Bayfield leads 28-14. A touchdown pass in the 4th quarter from McCoy to McGahee on a 3rd and 10. Here it's a 2nd down and 10. Garcilaso, the lone setback to Baby's left, who's out of the shotgun. As the snap, looking to throw. He's going to heave it up the left side. Hirschfeld is out there. Incomplete. Oh, Hirschfeld had the defender beat, but it was too long of a pass. Just a little bit too long. 3rd down and 10, and they had him in single coverage.
Yeah, and Brian Mashak also, it looked like they kind of ran into each other a little bit back there, and that probably cost Hirschfeld a step as well.
I love the way the Beat Diggers are finishing off this season. I know there were a couple of touchdowns in the 4th, but they're still going for it here.
Yep.
1:08 to go. They're not giving up on this game. 3rd down and 10. And now let's see what the discussion is all about. The officials are convening, 2 of the officials, including the back judge. It is 3rd and 10. There shouldn't be any confusion about that. Probably restart the play clock as well. Here comes Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld lining up as a tight end to the left from the 37 of Bayfield. Garcilaso's in motion to the right. Baby has the snap. He's going to throw it to his right. Caught by Garcilaso, but this is not going to do anything. Down at the 35. Yep. That was going to be tough. Now the Beat Diggers have to go for it on 4th and 8. Oh, we got a player hurt.
That's Garcilaso. As that Kyle Kiloff for Bayfield really stuck it to him on that tackle.
Yep, so Garcilaso flat on his back. We've got 56.4 seconds to go. Yeah, if this is at a higher level, you get a runoff, a time runoff for not having timeouts. However, when play resumes, the clock will start ticking immediately. So
right.
That's the other thing. This is not an official brush timeout. This is a injury timeout. And to get Garcilaso hurt takes a big hit because he's a big boy.
Well, those two big guys running right into each other. That Kill-Off kid, 6 foot, 195 pounds.
It's 4th and 8 at the 35 of Bayfield for the Bead Diggers, trailing 28-14. Ken Denver has defeated Eaton 44-21. So they are into the state semifinals. They're on the bottom half of the bracket as the 2 seed. And I don't have a Platte Valley final, but I know they had a sizable lead in Strasburg over the Indians. And the way it looks like, it would be Bayfield facing La Junta, who is leading at home against Sterling. It was a 21-7 game in the fourth quarter. Garcilaso still being attended to out there. That's the second significant injury we've had in this game. The other one really hurt Brush's chances, perhaps, of winning this game when Clay Shaver went down in the second quarter with a knee injury. Garcilaso is up. Being assisted off the field. Is that a leg injury or something to his head? I mean, it looks like he's really rattled out there. Being held by a couple of teammates. He took a real shot. Being held up underneath that left shoulder as well.
Yeah, I don't know if there's head-to-head contact, but it was definitely a head-on collision.
Yeah, I mean, he's walking off, Dave, like they might have to test him for a concussion. But, you know, that's symbolic of the way the Bead Diggers played in this game. They played a bigger team, and they stood up to the physicality.
That's right, and they're still fighting. Look at them jump up to the line of scrimmage.
4th down and 8 to go from the 35-yard line. Williams, the lone setback. Baby rolls to his left, still rolling. It's going to heave it down the middle. It's going to be intercepted. He overthrew the receiver. And that's Snooks again intercepting the ball at the 15-yard line. Snooks along the sideline to the 30. I think he wants to score. Now Williams tattoos him out of bounds across midfield. And that's turnover number 5 for the Bead Diggers in the game. And Bayfield takes over with 35.3 seconds to go.
Yep, and that's the ball game. But I agree with you. I'll tell you what, I'm so proud of these Diggers, the way they went down here and came out fighting to the very last play of the game. You know, the Maltos tries to throw the ball down the field. And, you know, still the Diggers were fighting all the way, and what a great season.
Listen, you told me you get to the state quarters. Yeah, I realize after last year that might be a disappointment, but you graduated virtually every starter.
Yeah. A lot of people had these guys written off, you know, and these guys didn't take that. You know, they kept staying in there and fighting. And like you were saying, Coach Call and his staff, you know, that's an amazing staff with, you know, Coach Rick Call and then his brother Kent Call. You know, there's a huge amount of football experience with those guys. But you couple that with, you know, Coach Quillen and Arturo Maltos Garcia and Dusty Quick and, you know, all those other guys down there, they really did a good job of getting the most they could out of these kids.
Fantastic job. I mean, there was a point in the season after that second half against Sterling in which Brush committed a bevy of turnovers that we thought, you know what, maybe they're going to be a one-and-done team in the playoffs. They might be the 4th team out of the Patriot League. Well, they beat Eaton here, the number 3 team out of the Patriot League. You take a trip of well over 270 miles over to Craig. You win that game. You dominate throughout the course of the game. And then you have to play the number 1 seed. And it's a tall order, and yet you're in a 14-14 battle with the number 1 seed in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and, you know, it's not like they physically stopped us. We almost, you know, shot ourselves in the foot with a couple of fumbles and some interceptions. So it's not like they stopped us. I think our kids sort of stopped themselves, but that's largely a result of inexperience.
Bayfield had to have been called for multiple penalties because they're back at the return was to the 50. There might have been a hold or something on the return and an unsportsmanlike conduct, but none of that really matters. And Dave, the Bee Diggers did not commit a single holding penalty today.
Yep, clean game.
And you can't ask for much better than that. That's the sign of a disciplined football team. Kelton McCoy will take a knee. We're under 30 seconds to go. This crowd should give a standing ovation to the Brush Bee Diggers. Put together an incredible season despite graduating the 2A Player of the Year and many other standouts. And the Bayfield Wolverines have advanced to the state semifinals as they win this 2A quarterfinal in Brush over the Bee Diggers, 28-14. Let's take a break. We'll wrap it up after this on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bee Digger postgame show is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling, Brush, and Fort Morgan. Your headquarters for your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. Mr. D's Ace Home Center. For the third time in the last 6 seasons, when Bayfield plays Brush in the playoffs, the visiting team has won. Bayfield, the top seed, scores 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. They defeat Brush 28-14. John Beltran back with Dave Yerg. Let's run through the scoring as Bayfield got on the board first on their second possession. A 3-yard touchdown run by Kelton McCoy. Extra point was good. 7-0. Brian Mashak with a 42-yard touchdown catch on the catch on the prior play, I should say, leading up to that touchdown from McCoy. The Bee Diggers, though, came back a little bit later on, late in the first quarter, on a 3rd down and 9 from their own 21. A 79-yard screen pass from Maltos Garcia to Hirschfeld, who ran about the last 76, 77 yards to tie the game at 7. Bayfield then fumbled deep in Brush territory, and the Bee Diggers responded a 9-play, 83-yard drive. Colin Cole with a 31-yard touchdown catch off a deflection, 14-7. Unfortunately for Brush, that was their last score of the season. They would not score again in this game. Right before halftime, this is kind of when the momentum turned. Bayfield was able to score 10 plays, 60 yards in 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Zane Phelps, who was a workhorse today, Dave will talk about him momentarily, from 2 yards out, it was tied at 14. Neither team scored in the third. In the fourth quarter, on a 3rd and 10, a 31-yard touchdown pass to McGahee. And that came on that 3rd down from Kelton McCoy. That made it 21-14. And then Bayfield would put the game away on a touchdown run from Phelps, his second of the game. And that one came from 11 yards out. Extra point was good. 28-14, the final score. Dave, let's run through the numbers for Bayfield.
Bayfield ended up with 50 offensive plays. They ran a whole bunch of running plays. I'll tell you what, 34 of those running plays went to Phelps, who had 192 carries on 192 yards on 34 carries. Hawkins had 3 carries for 29 yards. Killoff had a negative 7 yards. And then McCoy rushed the ball 5 times for a grand total of 0 yards. But where McCoy made his dent was in the air. They were able to complete 12 of 17 passes for 196 yards. Fryer ended up being their leading receiver with 4 receptions and 60 yards. Maychek had 2 for 44 yards. And then Heidinger, Phelps, McKilloff, and McGahee all had a few yards themselves. But just a huge offensive day there for Bayfield, and they were good. They had a lot of trickery. They did a great job handling the ball. A lot of times there wasn't misdirection, but there was inability of the Diggers to be able to tell where the ball was really at. And also some slick play calling with some offense that we haven't seen that much.
Yeah, Bee Digger Player of the Game. We'll get to Brush's numbers here momentarily. Bee Digger Player of the Game is brought to you by Cargill Beef, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at Cargill.com. There were several good efforts offensively and defensively, Dave, and there was one player that really stood out in the playoffs. Well, actually a few players, but one that we're going to give it to here.
Yeah, last week and then again this week, Ray Miller really stepped up. He had a lot of plays defensively and didn't always make the tackle in the backfield, but a lot of times he was back there slowing them down today. Last week he had a lot of big plays, and then the Diggers had a lot of success running to the right. So it's nice to be able to award an offensive lineman with player of the game, because those are the guys that open the holes up throughout the season.
The Bee Diggers did not have much of a passing game for the first, 7, 8 games of the season, but they certainly did bring it, because the running game was neutralized. Even Peterson had a couple of nice carries in there, but Baby Matos Garcia did everything he could through the air to get the Bee Diggers the victory. Unfortunately, they fell short today.
Right. He was able to complete 8 of 15 attempts for 157 yards. Guzman was our receiver with the most catches. He had 3 of them for 43 yards, but Hirschfield had that big 79-yard reception and a touchdown at the beginning of the game. Colin Cole also had a 31-yard touchdown, and Reed Hall had a huge 27-yard pass reception right down the middle of the field with that dump. So Matos Garcia did do a great job in the air and probably threw some of the best passes he's thrown all season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, incredible. Some of the touch he had. There were 5 turnovers in the game, but again, Dave, you got to throw the ball when the running, as we mentioned, was pretty limited there. There weren't many holes against a very big defense for Bayfield.
Right, they had that front 5. They ran that 5-man front and a 6-man front, but those 3 down linemen, 2 of them were 200. One of them was 210, another one was 230, and then their nose guards 275 pounds. So the Diggers did a good job of executing against them as well as they could with our size, but also, give credit to that coaching staff, being able to mix things up and really give the kids the best chance at winning.
I know they didn't win a state title this year, but I'm telling you, I had as much fun this year as I did last year, knowing what the expectations were from one year to the next, knowing there was a brand new coaching staff. Man, lots of things going into this season, and Reed Call was not named the head coach until this spring, Dave. I mean, that's a short amount of time to gather a coaching staff and get everything ready, and they did it, and they came away with a state quarterfinal berth.
Right, it was even into the summer. I mean, we're talking June before he was really on the ground able to coach, and he never had a coaching staff put together until season basically started. So just a huge pat on the back to him. Let me tell you, it's no wonder he's already won 2 state titles.
Yeah, no question about it. Nice job by the Bee Diggers this season. They finished with a 7-4 record. Congratulations to head coach Reed Call and the entire coaching staff. Again, Dusty Quick, Aaron Quinlan, Travis Lefevre, Arturo Matos Garcia, Jeff Chassow, Kent Call, Rick Call. Just an incredible job there for the Bee Diggers getting this far in the 2015 season. All right, the Bee Diggers fall short today. They lose the game by 2 touchdowns to Bayfield as Bayfield advances to the state semis, that is, against La Junta. Sound engineer and producer, as well as the replay coordinator, has been Alec Creighton. For Dave Urig, I'm John Beltran as we put a wrap on the 2015 season in the 2A state quarterfinals from Bee Digger Stadium in Brush. The final score, Bayfield 28, Brush 14 on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com.